Good morning. Good morning. It is Monday, April the 7th. Hope you guys are doing great. For those that are co-hosts, please help me let people in and just appreciate everyone getting on our call. I hope you guys saw my video really quick. I'm thinking of doing like a 30 video, 30-day challenge. I don't know what the prize is yet. I haven't got approval from Mr. Wong what the prize budget would be yet. So whether it's $1,000 or EXP content, who knows, right? Well, just know there's something at the end of the rainbow. And anyways, I appreciate you guys getting on the call. Videos do work. I posted our video and got some new faces on here and some old partners' faces on here. So just glad for you guys to be here. So, well, every Monday we kind of share our slides and then we're gonna go over that and just go over some announcements. Let me go over that now. All right. Well, welcome to We Partners Huddle. Your network
Hi,
is your
sorry.
network. Please meet if you can. And of course, our mission statement and vision statement. You guys need to have this on your wall somewhere, print it out. And if you have your own mission and vision, great. You just have that. You need to have that for yourself. But We Partners Network is creating wealth, community, and legacy, making an impact. And our vision is we are going to get to 10,000. And I know that's going to happen. And especially with all this new excitement that's going around and more collaboration, this is exciting. So want to congratulate our top 20 in EXP commercial in our We Partners network, Calvin Wong, Angela Chen, and Isaac. Isaac's GCI in 2024 was like 1.7 million GCI. Crazy. So just excited for him on that. And he has a couple more deals, and I've connected him with other partners in EXP commercial so he can do those cross-state deals. So he's doing one in Chicago, he's doing one in Atlanta, working on New Jersey, and then I told him like he needs to funnel some stuff down to Texas. So thank you, Judy, for bringing Isaac on, and just congratulations on that. Today, after this huddle call, we have our luxury market mastermind with Top Agent Nation or Top Agents, topagentsecrets.com. That's at 10 o'clock Central Time, and just hop on that. I know Bob is a great guy. And then tomorrow, Tuesday, if you're focused on growth, please hop on the Power Hour Attraction Training. That's at also at 10 o'clock Central Time. That's on the first and third Tuesday of each month. Please put that on your calendar. I highly stress because Tom spends the time twice a month really focusing on those that want to grow and just going over things. So please schedule that out. Every Friday, our commercial leader, James Wong, has his organization call on Zoom. Please hop on that as well and put that on your calendar. Deal exchange, first and third Tuesday. This is going to be at 10:30 Central Time. Rich Underland's going to do a deal exchange. He started that last month and just continued forward. I know Charles is doing a second Tuesday of each month, Commercial Industrial 101. Charles, if you want, I know you're on the call. If you want to add to that, or if you're going to be doing more calls, is it going to just be in the EXP world, or are you going to plan on doing it on Zoom? Let me know. Or let
Yeah,
us know.
oh, sorry. Yeah,
Go ahead.
we decided to stream on Facebook Live at the same time. So we are actually not only we're actually streaming from the commercial auditorium. So yeah, it's kind of both.
Perfect. Is it going on YouTube as well?
That's probably something I could do. Yeah. We could
Okay,
put it on
perfect.
YouTube too. But
All
the
right,
recordings are available.
perfect. Thank you, Charles. Thanks for your commitment and pouring into the rest of the company and just giving your time and just sharing your expertise. This Saturday, we have one more ticket. I think $175 a seat for Aria Houston. This is their 10-year anniversary. Erico is going to be the president. She's in our organization. Just proud of her. And if you want to congratulate her, please send her a message. I know it's a lot of work to plan these things out, especially if she's been in Japan taking care of her father. After this gala, she'll be flying back to Japan right away to take care of her dad. And just pray for her father as well as he goes through treatments and stuff. All right, Success Summit. I know Ton is not on the call, but Tom Ferry is going to be in town every year. He comes in and he does the Success Summit, August 26th to 28th. I believe we have 15 people going. If you're not going already or not registered, please let Ton know or TC know. Let Jennifer or myself know that you want to go. And, you want to figure things out, budget it out. Let us know so we get you that early bird special ticket, because I think we're going to get 20 tickets and I think there's only 5 left. If we need to get more, we can, but we need to make sure we have people committed if we're going to buy in bulk pricing. Okay. Faith in real estate. I'm excited to see this group grow. Lucia is hosting this in Irving Bible. I know that Hannah Shu is going to have another fire event, possibly on Fridays. Details are not finalized yet, and we'll have one in Plano on Fridays, probably around 10 to 11 is what we're looking at. And just continue that. So if you have a calling and you want to host something like this, talk to Lucia. You guys can talk. This is not a Lucia thing. This is not Daniel's thing. This is just something that we just felt calling to have a real estate prayer group come together. So if that's something you want to do and host in your city, in your town, welcome to do that. Talk to Lucia, and then let's take this nationwide and globally. Next week, Tuesday, we have Partners in Prosperity, and look forward in having the 4th event. Also, Lucia is hosting this event. Please, promote this. Please invite. If you can't make it, just invite and let Lucia know that you have a couple of people going so she can talk to them. This is in South Lake, so if you're in that area or you know some people there, please invite. All right. Paul, you want to kind of share this excitement that you're doing this evening?
Yeah, man, I'm very excited about this one. A little nervous, but also very excited that John Sai is going to be on our Monday evening call, and I'm just kind of going to interview him. I want to know. He wrote a book, How to Be a Beast, and I'm very interested in hearing about that book and what makes him tick, what makes him go. Everyone gets so worked up about knowing the X's and O's, but if you don't know how to be a beast, the X's and O's aren't going to work. So it's kind of cool that I get to interview him. And I met him in Cabo, and it's funny. You know, Daniel was like, "Hey, when you meet people in Cabo, become friends with them, get to know who they are." And I just decided I'm going to launch, this Monday podcast slash webinar, whatever you want to call it. And so I just started going around and asking people. I got Hugh Wynn, he's going to be on. I got Darren, who was down at your office with you and Calvin the other day. He's going to jump on. I got another gentleman in Virginia. He's going to jump on. So I've got a lot of people lined up. And so John's kicking it off. So I'm excited. I'm really excited about what he has to say. I mean, he was the first president of EXP Realty. Come on, man. That dude's
For
good.
Canada. Yep.
Or can't
For
what did I
Canada.
say? What did I say?
No,
USA?
no, yeah, no,
Okay.
no, you didn't say USA, just Canada. Yep.
Yeah, for Canada, first president for Canada, EXP Realty. So it's exciting that we get to be in an environment like this where, and I'm going to say this again tonight, Daniel, it's kind of like, I'm an outsider, but I'm also on the inside. It's like I'm reading my favorite book, but I'm also in the book. And, I get to hear such incredible stories about Gene Frederick and Brent Gove and, what you and Calvin and Judy did to build We Partners. And now I get to talk to John Sy because it's those types of things that just, I want to know, like, what was it like, that's what motivates us to say, hey, please tell me. I can do this, right? That's what we're all asking ourselves when you hear someone's stories. Tell me I can do this. Tell me I can do this. And so I'm excited about tonight. And again, gang, it's part of Daniel's group and his servant heart. When I tell people I'm part of Daniel's group, everybody, oh my gosh, I can't believe that's awesome, and they're kind, they're sweet, and it's not difficult to make a friend, and I highly recommend. In fact, I sent that to Brittany this morning. I highly recommend making friendships. Definitely make a friendship before you need a friendship, because it'll take you places. And I'm blessed, Daniel, that you've put this together to where I can be relatively new here, and I'm going to interview the first, president of eXp Realty Canada. That's just unheard of. So thank you so much, man.
No problem. And one more thing is big things happen at big events. You
Yeah.
know, if Paul didn't make the commitment to go, this is his second year to Cabo. First year was just trying to get his feet wet. And this year it really resonated and connecting with a lot of people. So I'm glad. And John Sai's part of the Panda Pack now because his kids are like, hey, I want a panda shirt. So John texted me and sent me a video like, hey, how do I get panda shirts? Like, well, you're part of the pack, so you get the shirt. So that's how it works. So yeah, John's a great leader. He has about 1,700 people in his organization, and just the beast. So all right, I'm excited for this. Well, Wednesday's gonna be big day. So plan your whole day out Wednesday. Go to the fire. Come to the disc profile with Judy Wang. And, when Paul Roberts is showing the model, and then stay help out at 4 o'clock. 4 to 7, we're gonna have our crawfish boil. I have a caterer coming in, actually cooking the crawfish in batches slowly. So we have I don't know, like 180 pounds of crawfish. So please invite people to come eat the crawfish because I'm not a crawfish eater. So I know not everyone is. So we do things big. So please invite and come to that. But disc profile is important to understand. The disc profile in our business for negotiation, understanding personalities, and just even understanding yourself. This is what I'm talking about, the potluck events. So BYOB, I'm going to be grilling. So if you're not a crawfish person, seafood person, please bring, if you need to eat fish, bring your salmon. I'll cook it on the griddle. If you want to bring ribeye, go to Costco. Give me a thick piece, thick, not little thin strips, but thick strips of ribeye, so we can cook that. And please invite. We're still needing 3 more sponsors. We have a title, we have a roofer, and we have a lender now. So if you have anyone that's in insurance, our foundation, and any other services in real estate, please let us know so we can get that covered. Budget is about $3,000, so we need to kind of help cover that cost. All right. Next week, April 14th, Monday, our managing broker, Sean Cottrell Cockrell, will be here at our office in We Partners office, Plano HQ, from 11 to 12:30. He'll be training on ChatGPT 101, AI, learning about how to use that. And he's one of our managing brokers. So please share this out so we can have a full room, and just honored to have one of our managing brokers for Texas at our office to train. Content creation is going to be April 11th, Friday. Contact Jessica, and that will be in Grand Prairie. So please check that out. All right, Real Estate and Coffee, April 18th. Need to put the date on that. April 18th is a Friday, also 11:30. So check Jessica and Laura as they have their real estate chat and coffee. So check that out. Every Friday, Calvin and I have committed our time 8:30 to 9:30 here at the local Good Coffee as well. So you see all these events going on. Everyone's doing their thing, which is great. Just make sure you share, invite. If you can't make it, please invite. If you can make it, please go invite. So don't just go there and not invite people. So come committed. Brittany was there. She got to connect, got to have a little bit of time to go over her stuff. It's important for the people to show up. So appreciate everyone's time. But yes, every Friday, for at least for April and May. Calvin and I are committed. Our summer schedule is going to be, we don't know, but if somebody wants to help take over during the summer, let us know. Regional rallies, May 8th. Please put that on your calendar. That's going to be here in Frisco at the Frisco Hall. We have our founder, Glenn Sanford, will be in town as well, and other leaders as well. One more thing before the fast cap. If you're a leader in growth, May 20th, we will have our EXP Corporate will be in town again with our founder and CEO with the leaders. So that's going to be in Las Colinas. I sent out that link in the PanaPac group. So if you're interested or if you want to register for that, I'll send out the link again. These are for the top attractors. So if you're focused on growth and you want to surround yourself with people, this is the time to register for that. All right, so fast cap. If you have not taken your fast cap, if you're a new agent or a agent that's been in the business for a year or two that has not really built their foundation, I highly recommend that you go through this. Besides the stuff, so if you're a new agent, there's 14 classes you're supposed to take in EXP. If you haven't taken those, please make sure you take those core courses in EXP for the it's called Fast Track. Fast Cap is a totally different thing. So make sure you get your foundation set. Let's see. Oops. All right. EXPCon. I know we just had our EXPCon in Montreal just finished. Barcelona. I think there's about 8 of us that are flying to Barcelona in June. If that's something you want to go, make sure you get your tickets for that. I know that's going to be a big hit out in Barcelona. If you've never been, there is a direct flight from Dallas to Barcelona, so make sure you get your tickets ahead of time and build your team. Connect with other people, find leaders that help to build your team. So great opportunity there. And of course, Miami, make sure you get your early bird ticket before it's gone. And cannot stress. And for those that don't know where to find training, expuniversity.com, it's all there. Please make sure you check that out. I cannot stress how much training there is. You just need to, coordinate your time and then prioritize getting your foundation built in your business. WePartnersNetwork.com. We're always updating that. Our Facebook community, please check what's going on. And WhatsApp group has kind of slowed down a little bit. I need to add our new members in. And I'm gonna go over this really quick before we share our wins, and we can go over it a little bit more. This is the opportunity. We created this chart where, if you're the primary sponsor, so if you're this primary sponsor, and you can add what I call a superhero, like Avenger. You're building your Avenger team member, like Charles is one of my Avenger team members in the industrial. So Charles and I can co-sponsor John coming in, right? And this John, this agent coming in is basically having, Charles' support and my support, right? And that's the power of co-sponsorship. Charles and I are different. We're actually, he's not even in Jim's organization, right? He's with another person, but now we can align each other, and I can support Charles. So Charles is supporting John. I'm supporting John, and we're all aligned together. That's the power of co-sponsorship. So Charles is kind of like on that Avenger team with me, and I'm hopefully I'm one of those people for him too. Who knows? But that's the importance of that's the power of co-sponsorship. So I wanted to share that to you guys. Take a picture, take a screenshot. If you don't know what this looks like or how powerful this is, let's go over it. Talk to me, text me. In order for have duplication, you have to understand what this chart looks like. What does the rev share look like? What does co-sponsorship looks like? This is something that EXP just rolled out last week. It's brand new. Please make sure that you understand it so we can go over it, right? That is all I have. So on Mondays, we always want to have our camera shown. If you can, please show your cameras, and then raise your digital hands or physical hands. There we go. There we go. Look at those hands pop up. All right, Noel, you beat everyone. Let's go.
Hey everybody, good morning. Happy Monday. Excited to be here. A couple of my wins. Sorry, I beat everybody because I'm kind of like I wanted to rush and hurry up and be first because I'm about to take my son in for his first day of school. So please excuse the urgency on that. A couple of wins that I've had over the last week. One of them is finally and officially closed on our property in Ohio. So we no longer have a property in Ohio. We are now fully committed to being residents here in the state of Texas, which is super exciting. Another one that I had is that I actually had a family member down here in Texas, even though I don't possess my license yet. She reached out to me. She's waiting for me to get my license here, but she is interested in purchasing a property. Um, Full of excitement there. So I actually had another one coupled with that. Just through networking and talking to friends, reaching out to warm markets and stuff like that. I actually came across an individual that I had played high school football with, and he is actually a mortgage lender working for a mortgage company. And so for that family member that reached out to me, I actually had referred her to him, so then that way she could at least get that process started of getting approved and everything. So then that way, once I am licensed, it's pure go mode. We're trying to get her a property. Another one, I had a very successful weekend with the in-laws who flew into town. Me, my wife, my son, we hosted them for the weekend. It was my mother-in-law's birthday. Introduced them to the state of Texas. Though it was rainy, gloomy, and no better weather than it was in Ohio. I feel like they really enjoyed themselves. It was much needed for my wife to have some of her family members come down and visit her and stuff, spend some time. Uh, Another one is here happening in about 5 minutes. My son's first day of school. Very exciting, brand new. Uh, Coupled with that, he's 4 years old, and we're in the process of still potty training. This might be a little bit TMI, but we've officially gone a week straight with him going number two on the potty. I'm fired up for him. So I'm proud of him. Here he is right here. Can you say hi? So yeah, and then my last win may not seem like a big win, but it was a very intentional uh, win for me. I had lunch with Paul after Wednesday, which guys, if you haven't gone to the Wednesday meetings, please, I highly encourage it for leadership, for connecting, for just learning, opening your heart, opening your mind to learn. But I had Paul lunch with Paul afterwards, and I never take those times and those moments lightly. I go into it with full intent of purely learning from him. One of the things that he strongly advised for me to do every Monday, make sure my voice is heard, make sure my camera is on, and do just recruit. Build something beautiful, build something massive. So thank you, Paul, for that. Those words of advice didn't go lightly. So I appreciate you guys listening to my wins and thank you so much. I am, however, going to turn my camera off. So I do apologize for that, only because I'm walking into the school, but you guys will be plugged into my ear. Thank you.
Noel, your energy, I'm glad you're number one because thank you for firing us up. Let's, congratulations on moving and selling that house. There's a lot of excitement. I'm fired up that I see you every Wednesday, which is great. Partners that plug in, partners that plug PTP, partners that plug in. I like that. PTI. I don't know what that means. But anyways, Paul, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I can't stress enough. You got to build a friendship before you need it. Please, please, please always keep that in mind. I don't want to go to Ken Fong and say, hey, dude, I need you. And he doesn't even know who I am, and I haven't given him anything. I haven't added value to his life. That's just not good. So thank you, Noel, for listening. And I also told him, listen, man, you gotta hang out with everybody in the group because I barely know how to spell real estate. You need Anna in your life. You need Judy in your life. So that's cool. Thank you for saying that. Man, huge win, of course, today. Interviewing John. Again, I'm grateful that I get to be in this opportunity where I've been here, just a little over a year, and I'm able to talk to people like this. It's amazing and learn from them. So that's cool. On the front of sales, we have a listing appointment tomorrow at 2:00. I'm excited about that. I'll try to mess it up and blow it up real good. I'm going to go in just ready to roll and learn some stuff. So that's going to be exciting. And we will have 2 deals by the end of April. I have no doubt. One of those is my personal one. I put a contract on a flip house down in San Antonio, Texas. And we close April 28th if they accept. I think they accepted it. I think I've already gotten a text this morning. So excited about that. To have, Justin Pirtle on my team, who's done this so often. He called me up, Daniel, and said, "Hey, dude, I've got a deal in San Antonio that I really want, but I've got 3 other deals. It's kind of a plug and play. Everybody's in place. You just need to kind of jump in and be the buyer. That's it." He goes, "I've got your GC connected. I've got your hard lender. I've got everything's done. I just can't do it. I'm too stretched." I was like, "Holy cow, man! What a dream, right?" So I was able to jump in on that and take advantage of that. So that's again just a blessing. Great things happen to me. I would say that over to yourself every day. Great things happen to me. Great things happen to me. And then of course this Wednesday, do me a favor. Jennifer's going to send out the blast out as many times as she can the disc test profile. You need to take that before Wednesday. If you show up Wednesday and you haven't taken it, we're not going to have time for everybody to take the test and then go over results. So please have the test taken Wednesday before you get there. Judy's actually got her hand raised. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to let her talk. So I'm excited about what we're going to do on Wednesday. It's going to be a fun meeting. That's going to be a lot of fun. And man, just so many wins, Daniel. Just excited to be here. Excited that we're building, we're growing. My man Melvin on Saturdays, he's got 4 people to me to talk to. Friday at 5:30, he's got 4 people to me to talk to. Melvin's on fire. He's just lighting it up and having so many great people that I'm talking to on Zoom and sharing the opportunity and really bragging about y'all. That's all I do. I just brag about this team that I'm part of, right? How do you recruit? I just brag about the people that I'm part of. No kidding. That's it. So awesome stuff, Daniel. Thanks for having me. And I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday.
Thank you, Paul. And I always take to heart what Elizabeth Riley, our upline leader, shares. She's the one who brought in Gene Frederick and has Brent Gove and all them. People join people, right? So the more you invite people to see the people, the better. I mean, that's how people join, right? People partner up with us because they see the partnership. So thank you, Paul, for sharing that. And Charles, take it away out in California. Or you might be in Japan now. I don't know. I think you're going to Japan in May, right?
Soon to be, yeah. And there's some important announcements up there too. Just quickly, April 8th, tomorrow, we got Intro to Industrial. Thanks for highlighting that for me. Yeah, it's going to be live from the commercial auditorium onto Facebook. I'll send out a few things, but I think you guys already put that on your kind of announcement thing. Also, a few wins, 13 million retail center in escrow. We got 1.6 million owner user industrial guy in escrow. All cash, of course. Well, actually, no, the retail center actually had a loan. So, with close to 6.5% money, they're making it work. Had to put like 60% down out of 1031. A few announcements. EXP Japan is going to be announced. It's coming soon. Rico's part of that. I'm part of that. And I'm going to be partnering up with someone there from EXP Japan. And we're going to kind of launch a IKEA resource platform. And anyone knows what IKEA is, it means empty home in Japan. They are rumored, well, they're close to 15 million, or at least 10 million at this point, but they think it's more like 15 million vacant, abandoned homes in Japan. And it's not just in the countryside, they're all over there. So think about that, 1 million residential real estate agents in the United States could have 10 listings, immediately in Japan. But anyway, it's an interesting thing. We're launching a IKEA platform, and I'm going to be part of the ARIA Passport group that's going to be there from May 12th to 20th, where I'm going to be hosting that. So if you don't know what IKEA is, it's AKIYA. I've got a poster up on Facebook you've probably seen. And, Another announcement was San Antonio has their gala, I think a day or two before Arico's in Houston. So you might want to consider supporting that. And with that,
Yes,
any
that is
great,
on. That is on. Is that on Thursday?
it could be, it might be on
Yeah,
Thursday.
their
Yeah.
event's on Thursday. Yep.
Yeah, Sophia is going in there. Anyway,
Lot of
that's it. Glad to be up early. For me, it's 7 a.m., which isn't that bad, but it's good to come on this platform. And I'm under Tom.
Yes, that's right.
That's right.
Perfect.
All right, thanks,
Thank
Nick.
you. Thank you, Charles. I appreciate that very much. Judy Wang, take it away.
Yeah, I just want to just add a little more information about the disc profile this Wednesday. I know some of you already taken it and may have talked to me about it, but this will be an activity that I want, my format will be everyone is involved, that we will have people in different say if you're high D, you're gonna be in one section, and each DISC has its own section, and then we will be interactive, sort of like a workshop. Instead of just hearing me talking, we actually see each other, how each other behave and talk about that. I think in that format, that will help. Because the point of this is not only you understand yourself, but you understand how other behave, and that will help you your personal relationship, or hopefully also professional relationship as well. So that's what that it's gonna be. So it's gonna be a fun activity. So
Thank you, Judy. Appreciate it very much. And I know that's your passion in teaching this. I'm glad that you're bringing this to the table, right? Our mission and vision came out from Judy, sitting down with Judy and Calvin, and what 2.5 years ago, 3 years, maybe almost 3 years now. So it's been crazy, and just really proud to have her as a partner with us, also as a lender partner with us as well. So just appreciate you coaching and always just providing guidance to everyone. So thank you. Angie Owens out in Florida. I know you've been doing an open house. I saw that video yesterday. Take it away. You gotta unmute yourself.
Sorry, I'm out here working out, so I was trying to do everything at the same time. I thought more people had their hands up, so I didn't slow down yet. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I can't turn anyway. So this weekend was actually really good. So yeah, you mentioned the open house yesterday, but it started out on trying to get out of the sun. Started out on Friday. So Heidi and I finally met up out of church, like outside of church, and went to dinner. So I did that Friday. It was phenomenal. Like we really connected more, understood what each other was, doing in the business, what we could do in the business. Then after that, sorry, I'm out of breath. Went to found out that a guy that I've known from years ago, who's a millionaire, was going to be at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, having like a meeting with his people. And so I went there, which was an hour from where I met Heidi at, and I stayed there until like 11 o'clock at night, just networking with them. Like, they weren't the people that would want to get into real estate because they're already multimillionaires. I did talk to them about it, but I was more focused on, at this point, just getting referrals from them. So I have that in the works. And then Saturday, I did an open house. And I say that you learn from open houses every single time. So this one, I should have had questions that I asked the agent, and but I didn't. But I know to like ask the next time. My only person who showed up was Heidi. She came to support me. But again, she and I got to have a great conversation. The agent actually asked me what my opinion was. I'm normally reluctant to tell people what the opinion was, but I was very positive, the first part of it, and just said why I didn't think that maybe the price, or maybe they should try to clean up the empty lot next door, because that's just very, like, I would have just pulled up to the house and kept driving if I were, potential buyer. So there was that. Again, I know what questions to ask. Then on yesterday, I did an open house that there were a lot of people who came through. Some of them had agents, some of them were agents. And I got one person who didn't have an agent, and they seemed very interested in the house. So I'm going to follow up with them this morning. And then 3:00, it was over. I did my video and stuff. 3:00, it was over. And I packed up all my stuff, turned off the lights like you normally do, locked up, and I went into my car and I sat there and just put in my address into the GPS, and literally 3 cars pull up. I was like, oh my gosh, are they here for that? Or is it like the listing agent? So I got out of the vehicle and they all got out theirs. So I went running in, I was turning on the lights, opening the shades again. And long story short, 2 of them are potential leads for me. One of them was like, I might want to buy this house for my son and then have him live in mine, or vice versa. He lives out of Miami. So she and I had a good conversation. There was another couple that was looking for their son who has to sell his house. And then one was a realtor. So it was good that I sat in my car for a little bit. So that was definitely a positive. And then today I decided I'm going to work out in the morning and in the evening. So now that I said it to y'all, I've got to do it.
That's right. Thank you, Angie. It's important, right? You never know. Just staying a little bit over, things happen.
Right.
So, Angie, thanks for sharing your story, and glad that you're, pushing yourself to do more. So that's important.
you.
And thank you for motivating and making an impact in our group as well.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Teresa Tong, in love.
Good morning, everyone. It's my turn again. I'm so excited to have this time every week with everyone. And I feel like without this meeting, my mind was just a blank in the morning. Like, what did I do the whole week? I had no idea. But because of this meeting, I had to sit down and write down the things and look at my calendar, what happened last week and all my meetings, to actually draw down what I have done. I realized, oh my God, I have done a lot. So it's really a great confirmation and enforcement for us to reflect on our lives. So I really appreciate this meeting. Thank you, Daniel, and thank you for everyone for participating. So last week, I had a lot of meetings, and I think the last week and the week before were the first 2 weeks. My team member and I, my team leaders and I, we started prospecting, really working on this team building thing. A lot of people say, hey, Teresa, you're already a leader. You have a group already. But to be honest, I was lucky and I didn't do a lot of prospecting even when I was I had my own company. So right now in EXP, especially after the Cabo trip, was the real time for me to sit down and think about what I need to do, how I do it, and exactly when and where and why to do prospecting. So I started a couple of weeks ago, and last week I was proud of myself that I actually completed the second time that I sit down and called 20 numbers, cold call numbers. Some of them most of them didn't answer. I just sent I'll just follow up with another text message. So I had never done cold calling before, and last week was my second time. I did it the week before, so I'm proud of myself of sticking to it. And last week I participated in onboarding training session with one of my 2 new team members. I learned a lot, and just want to let everyone know that there is an onboarding training. It's a fee based, but not much, only $200. I really learned a lot because I feel like our team, when we came on board, we had a large, well, not large, like compared to 1,500 or 15,000, we had like 40 people onboarding at the same time. It was a lot of work, right, Daniel? It was kind of painful and overwhelming. Everyone felt this pain. So I decided to sign up to this fee-based onboarding training with a one-on-one trainer from California. And she was really helpful. So we had a couple of meetings last week, and we're gonna have another one tomorrow. That'll complete our new agent onboarding process just for one agent. But that makes our new agent feel comfortable of being on board, because I really felt the pain of people onboarding had a lot of issues and they left immediately because of the onboarding process. That was just really heartbreaking. We spent a lot of time to talk to them and bring them on board, but because of the onboarding, they left. So that was just a kind of a pain to myself. So I learned from the hard way. So that was a win that I learned about this onboarding process. And also I went to I joined a new country club, the Stone Bryan Country Club, and joined a new fitness program. I feel like because I actually have a few friends of mine around the circle that had health issues. Even though I have been training with a trainer in the past 5 years, only twice a week, I feel like I could add a little bit more. I could add a little bit more to my schedule to spend a little bit more time for myself. You know, even though I'm adding more work to my plate, but I still want to have a healthy lifestyle. So I had one more training session with a trainer at the Stone Bryan Country Club, and oh, my husband, he got
Yes, I was gonna say Bruce.
Yes, last week he got his realtor's license. Congratulations to him. So we went out for a nice dinner to celebrate that. He's gonna join my team, or I'm gonna join his team. We still have to figure that out, how the domestic team works. So either well, I don't know if I can join his team because he will be joining later. Oh, anyway, that's another topic. We'll talk later. Daniel and I will figure that out. Also, I had a closing last week, and I have a couple of closings in the next week, and lots of repairs on the leasing side. So I've been busy on repairs, and also a tenant moved in last week. And I was kind of supervising all the repairs and the repainting and getting the house ready for the tenants to move in. And finally, everything was done by this weekend. And the tenants was very happy, and they moved in, even though it was raining, but they were really happy. Last week I also worked with a couple of formal clients, and from the formal clients, when I was following up with them, they introduced me another commercial client. So that's another thing that I would encourage everyone to do, is to find it. I know everyone's busy, but find the time on your schedule to follow up with past clients. And that's what I have been doing, that I always find time to get together with past clients. Nothing important, they already closed. They don't have anything right now, but just kind of check in. Hey, how are you doing? How are your kids? Just to say that. And then during the conversation, they mentioned, hey, one of my friends, they're looking to open a new Chinese restaurant. Can you help her? I said, yeah, of course. I do a lot of tenant rep. So I got a client. I met with this lady, and she said, oh, great, Teresa, I've heard your name. We'd love to work with you. So I got a tenant rep opportunity for a Chinese restaurant. And just overall, it's a lot of wins, but my lesson is that you got to do it. If you don't do it, things will not fall in your laps. You just have to kind of hustle. Maybe you hustle 100%, you only get 30%. But if you don't hustle 100%, you won't even get that 30%. So that's kind of my lesson to share. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you for sharing the wins. And thinking at the beginning, you don't know what to share. You got a lot to share. So I appreciate you bringing to the table and sharing all the excitement. And I could just see the change. Since I met you last year, going over stuff. Today is a different Teresa, and it's just gonna get better and better. So
thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Cool. All right, Anna Cantu, what's
Hey,
going
guys.
on?
Teresa brings so much energy. I love her energy. Every time I'm around her, I can feel it. So I love that. So I just wanted to say, I've been on this personal growth journey for a while now. And when I was working with Judy last year, I remember asking her, like, Judy, how do you perform? Because out of everybody I know, I feel like Judy is like a sergeant. She's got her schedule down to the T. So and then she gave me this book and she said, here, read this book. It was a big book. And I was like, all right. And she gave me like a week to read it or something. And I was like, all right. But out of that book, was born something beautiful, because that book of Brandon Burchard, he actually has an app that's called Growth Day. And on that Growth Day, it gives you like daily motivational speaking every morning on different tasks. So I was able to go to the event this week. It was Thursday, Friday, Saturday in Austin. And it was a 3-day event, and it was on personal growth for high performance. And the event was amazing. So I'm going to share some of the notes that I took from the event. I wrote all of my notes, and then I asked ChatGPT to kind of fix them for me so that I can speak on the notes better for all of you. And I know there's somebody that's going to need this. So I just want to put it out there, because we have people looking at this at the recording after, right? So the first thing was identity drives behavior. So who you believe you are shapes how you show up. If you want new habits, you need to adopt a new identity. Ask yourself daily, who am I becoming? Like, who am I becoming? Because you're not going to be the same person that you were yesterday, that you were 3 years ago, that you were 5 or 10 years ago. So you want to be able to ask this. And this relates to real estate as well. The second thing was clarity is created through action. So high performers don't wait for clarity. They create it by taking bold, consistent steps forward. So vision without intention leads to drift. So act with a purpose every single day. So have a clarity of where you're going. You know, who is your avatar client, for example, in real estate? Who are you serving? Who do you have the heart to want to serve? And that would be the clarity in real estate. So the energy is the foundation of excellence. Protect your energy like it's gold. Feed your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual energy daily. Morning routines are non-negotiable. How you start your day shapes everything. That's something that I've incorporated in my day. Every morning, you know, I wake up with an intention, how I want the day to go. Because if you don't wake up with an intention, are you really living your best life? You're not, right? So the energy is the foundation of excellence. Discipline equals freedom. Discipline isn't about restriction. It's about creating structure that allows you to thrive. Self-discipline is an act of self-love, and momentum comes from movement with meaning. So I can apply this with the work that I'm creating with Cynthia. We're very disciplined in our schedule. If we say we're going to do something, we follow it to the T. Like right now, we have a podcast, and last week last Wednesday, we interview this wealth management lady that has worked with top firms in the country, and she's here in South Lake. And that was so big for us to interview her, because her story can change so many women's life. And we're going to have that on our podcast coming soon. So we already recorded it. It's coming. And that's the discipline part too. It's just to do what you say you're going to do. So comparison robs clarity. Stop comparing yourself to others. Focus inward on your own growth, values, and progress. Your journey is yours alone. Own it. So you want to kind of not compare yourself to, you know, for example, on Teresa or on Judy Wang. You don't want to compare yourself to what they're doing. You want to build your own identity, who it is that I'm building, you know, the business for. Who do I want to serve once again? So be able to don't compare yourself, do your own thing, and always focus on going upward. You don't want to stagger, you want to go upward. That's the biggest thing. So leadership is about role modeling. Leadership isn't a title, it's how you show up. Lead by example, speak with integrity, and inspire others by living your values. Be the person others want to follow. So, you know, whatever you value, it's how you're going to show up in the world. So if you're showing up in the world in a different way, you need to go back and kind of identify, you know, those behaviors that you're doing on your own. So I'm grateful for the leadership that we have here with Paul, Judy, Daniel, I mean, everybody here, Lucia, all the things that everybody's doing to be able to elevate, this calls in the morning, because it's important that everybody shows up. Mastery requires consistency. So mastery isn't about talent. It's about consistent practice with the right process. Align your behavior with your beliefs and keep showing up even when it's hard. So you cannot just have a talent, you also have to have a process. Because if you have a talent, but you're not tapping into that, then what is your process? What are you following through? That was big at the meeting at the event. And then momentum is built through small wins. Celebrate progress, no matter how small they are. Stack your wins daily and track your momentum. Progress fuels motivation and keeps you moving forward. So remember, in real estate, whatever you're working on today, it's going to pay off in 90 days. That's just, the golden rule of real estate. So even if it's a small win, whatever you're doing, just tap yourself in the back and tell yourself good job, because no one's going to come rescue you. You got to rescue your own self and your own life. So transformation happens in a community. Don't isolate yourself. Surround yourself with people who are on the same mission. Community creates accountability, inspiration, and breakthroughs. And I know that's what we are doing, with this calls, with the Wednesday meetings. We're coming in as a community, and I don't show up often on Wednesdays, but I try to show up on Monday mornings because I want to be here for everybody, and I want to be able to hear everybody wins and also share whatever wins I have going on as well. Legacy is built through contribution. True success isn't about comparison, it's about a contribution. Be generous, give more than you take, and focus on the impact you're making in the lives of others. Anytime you don't want to help someone, it's your ego. So it's your ego telling you, I don't have to help that person. Why do I want to help them? So always have a heart of wanting to help others, because you don't know when you're going to need, that hand for help. So those are I'm going to put on the We Partners, the link. There's a 7-day trial that they're giving for the app. If anybody wants to sign up, I'll put the link on there. But it's good because it also has a journal in there that you can journal everything you learn every single day. And it's not only Brendon Burchard speaking, but it's also all the other speakers. So it's a great place to be part of Growth Day. And I just wanted to share all of that with you guys. So thank you so much. And also 5 years ago, I wanted to be here. And then 5 years ago that I wanted to be here, I'm here. And Daniel knows this because we met 5 or 6 years ago.
That's right. Anna, thank you for sharing that. And thank you for posting that in the We Partners group later on, the link. I had the honor to see Brendon Burchard at the EXPCon, one of the events, and just hear him speak. He actually did an event with my pastor in California when I was in California back in 07, 08. So Erwin McManus is one of the churches that I went to in California and got to hear Erwin hang out with him, actually go to men's camp with him.
He's from El Salvador. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Erwin's from El Salvador. I went to DTS here. He has some Dallas roots, but great guy, and just really, during my time, during my trials in 07 when I was going through my divorce and just separation, it was tough. But it was because of Erwin and just the small group that he created, was able to keep me sane and not from going crazy. And so when I look back and just how everything's all connected, it's just amazing what God is doing. So Anna, thank you for taking the 3 days out from your busy schedule to go down to listen to that and take that back and bring to the table. So thank you very much. Yeah. Toby, take it away, man.
Hey guys, happy Monday. Last week was a tough week for me because our nannies friend are back. I guess our business getting bigger, and I think she's still kind of like a little baby, so we have to figure out the daycare. But and it was the first time in daycare, but it got through it. It was playing, it was excited. So yeah, we're just kind of happy to be figuring out that phase of life. Also excited to tap my cup last month. It's my first year in EXP. I'm still figuring out how to use the tools and but thanks to Daniel, Laura, Brendan, and everybody that was supporting me just to figure out the system. And last week I got $1 million deal. I reached out to a past client and then I've not talked to since 2018. And they're like, you know what, we're really thinking about getting this house. And they saw this house in Dallas that was for rent. And they reached out and wanted to look at it and they wanted to buy the house. Apparently they actually listed last year, January, for like 1.1 million. And they decided that yes, they are more than happy to sell it. So we just got under contract today. It's my second $1 million deal of the year. So I've been posting more like luxury houses to get a little more traction in that space. I'm just happy that that's been going the right direction. So yeah, that's it for me.
All right, Toby, thank you. I'm gonna check on your mic also. So the sound was clear, but not very clear. It was a little lower. So
Okay.
sometimes the voice isolation on Zoom, we need to adjust that.
I see.
Also with me, sometimes I get the same feedback. Thank you for sharing, Toby, and thank you for plugging in. And you're building your organization. You're doing a lot. You have some mentees as well, so keep it up. And I see Toby almost every day at the office. He swings by and he's working. Sometimes he'll be there till 8, 9 o'clock. So just working hard. So thank you for your hustle, and let's continue to grow. All right. Well, it is 10 o'clock. We took a full hour today, so a lot of things going on, and you've been seeing me post a lot of reels lately. I've been focusing on doing more video content, creating reels, because Facebook has decided to take away the live streaming, meaning that you can live stream, but it'll only stay for 30 days. It'll be gone. So reels is the way to go, I guess. And people have been telling me for the past 2 years. Using CapCut, using apps like Captions, very easy to use. So I challenge yourself to do 30 videos in 30 days. Create a reel, tag me on it, and let's go viral. Let's just focus on creating a video. It's very easy. Don't be shy. Get yourself a what do you call it, like a selfie stick type thing. If you have a mag lock, it just sticks right away. Very easy. Okay, and you can stand it up your size, and get yourself a mic. DJI Mic Mini, I think less than $150. You got a mic. So these are two items that you really need, and it's really important that you guys get. You got to invest in your business, and these are the two things that if anyone's asking, these are the two things you should have. And CapCut, very easy. You've been seeing my videos. Create some captions, create some video effects, create some sound effects. Get creative, right? You got to set yourself apart from others. So I challenge all of you guys on this call and the rest of our partners, 30 videos in 30 days, and we'll figure out what that's gonna be. Jenny, I know you've been doing videos yourself, just goofing off. Anna and Cynthia, I know you guys are doing stuff. Teresa, I know you have a great how do you say it? You know how to do videos. Don't be shy. You're not shy. You're an MC. You do a lot of stuff. Frank's doing videos every day, right? He's not even looking at the screen. He's looking at that way, scripting it. So any way you want to do it.
Challenge.
Say again?
Training. I'm technologically challenged. All right, I'll learn.
Come to my office. You'll have this, and you have this right away. There's no excuse. Okay. And Jenny, you want to say something? Hold on. Unmute yourself.
I accidentally raised my hand. No, I was gonna say also get a good like ring light, the lighting thing,
Yep.
for your camera, and a good camera phone camera, whatever.
you can do whatever you want. The natural sun out here is your light. I
Yeah.
mean, whatever it is, there's no excuse. So, guys, I challenge you today.
I'm
Send a
gonna put
video,
my hands
tag
down.
us. Your hands are down. Your hands are down. Yeah. So, anyways, you guys have a great day. It is Monday. See you guys. If you're wanting to do growth, I'm going to be on a call tonight at 8 o'clock Central Time for those that want to understand co-sponsoring and just, hear about it and continue on. Andy, thank you. Thank you for getting on in Denver. Let's reconnect. And everyone on this call, appreciate it very much. And Brittany, yeah, let's set up a Facebook chat with the leaders so we can kind of help you with this listing. So anyone else needs help, you know where to find us, and you should have a group chat already with your sponsor and leaders. If you don't, let's create